넌 나의 뷰리다 나에게 넌 나의 뷰리다.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to talk about a highly anticipated debut of I-DLE Sserafim with the title track Fearless and the mini-album of the same name. This must have been one of the most, if not even the most anticipated debut, since this is Hybe's first girl group since 2012, their only girl group as of this current moment, and it also has two XS1 members, Sakura and Chaewon. Now I've seen very mixed reviews and opinions online, but I will let you know my most honest thoughts as always. Before we get into it, if you want to participate in my first ever Q&A video and leave me any questions, go to the pinned comment where the link to the Google form is left that you can fill out. Also consider subscribing if you enjoy this video and give it a thumbs up, because it helps for more people to hopefully see it. Now, let's get into this review.
What you looking at? What you looking at? What you looking at? What you looking at?
I don't even know where to start with this one. Expectations were extremely high, let me just put this out there first. I went into it expecting a lot because Hybe is one of the biggest companies in K-pop at the moment with many great producers under their roof. Also because this is their first girl group and you would assume they would want to debut them with a bang. But no, of course not. They went for the safest possible debut song, and I can't tell you enough how disappointing that is. Experimental debuts are always risky and can easily result in hatred for the group rather than potential fans. Just look at what happened with NMIXX, JYP's latest girl group. But the exact same thing will happen if you have a boring and generic debut. This song is exactly that. The first thing that came to my mind after the first listen was that this is simply lazy. It's lazily produced, which results in it being repetitive and boring. I mean, I forgot about it 5 minutes after listening to it. Nothing about it memorable, not even the chorus. Just repeating one phrase 5,000 times doesn't make up for a catchy chorus. For me it's annoying and keeps reminding me how someone was too lazy to write actual lyrics, even if said lyrics would be bad. I always prefer bad lyrics over repeating random words for the entire verse or chorus. Also, the way they start the song and transition from the chorus into the second verse is so annoying and lazy. Couldn't they just produce an actual transition? Now I can't lie and say that their vocals weren't good, because they absolutely were. Their stage presence and confidence is also radiating through the screen, which is making them seem like an experienced group. But it's still not enough for me to care about this debut, and I think it falls entirely flat. It's one of the most forgettable in 2022, if not even of the last couple of years. I see Hybe's intent with trying to be as safe as possible and make as much money from their debut as a result, but at what cost? At basically a cost of this being their worst debut yet. It's not a bad song per se, hence why I gave it the middle ranking, but it's also not good. Far from that. The music video is a whole separate disaster on its own, because what the hell is that? It looks like they went into a meeting, each person voted for one concept and they threw them all into one music video. It just doesn't work and it looks kinda cheap in a way. I know it's supposed to show different types of Fearless and whatnot, but it's ugly and edited so badly that I'm damn sure I'll never watch it again. I'll rather watch a dance practice or a stage performance than whatever this music video is trying to be. I have zero issues with it being minimalistic, but that doesn't have to mean that it has to be ugly and messy like this. For the choreography I have absolutely zero words, and I hope Hybe is ashamed by their actions. It's very clear this group is supposed to appeal to the male fans' AMD male gaze, hence why extremely revealing clothing, sensual song, and them humping the floor at one point in the choreography. All of this despite the manny line being underage. Let that sink in. This is a definition of sexualization of minors, and it's beyond me how more people don't have an issue with it. I know they aren't including that humping the floor part in their live stages, but you wanna know why? It would be banned from all music show instantly. I'm not some prude or something that hates everything sexy. Not at all. If all members were of legal age and therefore adults, I would have no issues with it and would even be a huge fan of it. But with some being literal children, this is an absolute no from me and changed my view of Hybe as a company in many ways. Clearly they are money hungry enough to do something like this, so God knows what else we are yet to see from this group in the future. Now let's get into the B-sides, and the first one is Blue Flame. I won't be talking about the intro because that's not even an actual song and therefore I don't care about it. So, Blue Flame it is that we are starting this portion off with. This is basically fearless, but retro and better. It's still not playlist worthy or anything for me since I don't like retro songs and concept, but I can still hear that it is better than the title track. It keeps that minimalistic, sensual feel if you will, but it sounds like someone actually tried when they were putting it together. Their vocals also shine a bit more in my opinion and they sound nothing short of beautiful. What was that random talking part in the bridge though? So off-putting and unnecessary in my opinion. It didn't even sound good. But okay. As a whole it's a pretty good song and I can appreciate the effort to make something a bit less repetitive and lazy. This could be the best song on this album by a mile if the auto-tune wasn't ripping my actual ears apart. I'm not even going to lie when I say that it sounds like I'm listening to robots. I get this is a stylistic choice that Hybe does with all of their groups, even the most successful one, that being BTS of course. But I simply don't like it and would rather listen to anything else here I can actually tell the members apart, than something like The Great Mermaid. Almost the entire song is heavily auto-tuned and it's very overwhelming to me personally. Other than that it sounds pretty great and would make it to my playlist, if I could actually tell that people are singing it and not robots. This is the best song on the album, although it is the slowest one and I'm not usually the one for slow songs. It fell just slightly short of making it onto my playlist, but I wanted for something more interesting. It felt quite repetitive in its structure and about halfway through I was wishing for something to switch up. It just never did, hence why I gave it the ranking that I did. Vocals. Absolutely stunning. The song as a whole is beautiful and I can confidently say it's the best on the album, although not by a lot. I don't have much else to say about it really, so let's move on to my final thoughts. As a whole I would describe this as an okay debut. Nothing mind-blowing and exceptionally good, but also not bad in any way. Well, except for that choreo which is just horrible. The title track is for sure the weakest part of this debut and the B-sides were more on the good side for me, as they were for most people from what I could see. I wasn't personally impressed by any of the 4 songs, but this is also because I'm extremely picky when it comes to music and it takes a lot for me to fall in love with a song after so many years of being into music and different genres. It's just how I am and I'm not going to ever pretend to like something more than I do just to not get comments about how picky I am. You can disagree with me and leave your respectful opinions down below or maybe some you even agree. Let me know for sure. With that I'm signing off and I will see you again very soon in my next video. Bye bye.